It ain't about what I consider the biggest fight in boxing. It's what y'all consider the biggest fight in boxing. So y'all know what that means.
Is it Tank Davis?
Like I said, I would like to make the biggest fight in boxing happen.
Holy smokes. That would be something.
And debates are taking place about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fighting in September.
What do you think actually happened? Like there was this thing that was put out that he got sick. Do you believe any of that?
I can't, if he didn't lie so much, if he didn't go to the media and say all of these things, I may have gave him the benefit of the doubt in the situation, but he lied so many times to where I know him as a liar.
Okay.
So since I know you as a liar, no, I don't believe that you got...
The boxing matchup that fans have wanted for a long time is finally happening. According to official sources, the Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis fight is now confirmed for September on Netflix. Stevenson builds his whole style on one key idea: hit clearly and avoid getting hit back. The way he talks about it shows he believes he fights at a level that most boxers cannot touch, with only a very small number even being mentioned alongside him.
Art of boxing, it is hit and don't get hit. I am number one, to me, the best fighter on the planet. The only other fighter that I see in boxing right now, that I'm like, okay, he probably can be
on the level?
Usyk.
Yeah.
Usyk. And that's at the art of hitting and don't get hit at the same time. Boxing.
Yeah.
But not everyone buys that story, since Gervonta Davis doubts what Shakur Stevenson has really achieved and says he has not done enough to earn all the buzz.
What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
What do you say to those
I keep saying his name.
Stevenson is asking for a career-defining fight against Gervonta Davis, calling it a true test to show who really belongs at the very top.
I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm a top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
That confidence only makes things more intense because Davis plays down Stevenson as any real threat. He questions Stevenson's skill and overall impact, saying his style does not have the sharpness needed to cause problems when it counts the most.
The hardest fight? No. Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing.
Make the best fight in the sport. I'm trying to make boxing great. I want the best versus the best. I want to prove that I'm the best. That's all I want. It's not that I'm chasing you, that I keep your name in my mouth, or bro, it's the fight that the world want to see. It's the fight that the fans keep calling on. So that's why I'm saying it, though. With him, it just seemed like, he on some little girl shit, to where it's like he feel as though you chasing after him, or like I need him or something. Like, I don't need you. I'm already in filthy rich my damn self, bro. So it's like, it ain't even the money. It's just the fact that, nigga, we the best fighters in the sport.
And that is when the talk moved from skill to pure force. Mike Tyson calls Davis a special kind of explosive fighter at his best. Fully locked in, he ranks him above skilled boxers like Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. Tyson says those guys are technical and risky, but Tank's raw power and energy make him a completely different type of danger.
He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. Especially when he's serious about it. I don't know if he's as serious as he used to be, but when he was serious, he was a hell of a fighter. Nobody came close. He's the only one I gave a chance against. Shakur and that guy, Keyshawn Davis, they're scary fighters too, because they're sophisticated. The other guy's sophisticated than me, but Tank is just a force of nature. You just gotta give him the credit. Even though he's talking and stuff, he's man.
This view adds more depth to the fight talk. Roy Jones Jr. thinks Davis has the best shot at beating his opponent. He will not promise a win, but sees Tank as the biggest threat who can actually pull it off.
Tank will beat Shakur. I said Tank will beat him. I said Tank got the best chance. So I didn't say nobody gonna beat him, but Tank will be one, in my opinion, that have the best chance.
That method highlights a very different way of thinking. Roy Jones Jr. views Stevenson as a careful, low-mistake fighter who follows a smart and controlled plan. He thinks Stevenson cares more about winning in a clean way than taking big chances, staying focused on doing only what is needed to get the win and keep his undefeated record.
He fights a smart fight. He don't take stupid chances. He don't want to take stupid risk. He's a professional. He goes out, he does what's necessary to get the job done, and he cool with that. He ain't trying to give me nothing over the top. He cool with just going out, doing what he do, getting the job done, staying on the beat. That's what he want to do. He has the right to do it.
This is where the story gets a sharper and more dangerous feel. Oscar De La Hoya respects Gervonta Davis for mixing top-level skill with a bold attack-first mindset. He believes Tank's readiness to trade punches and take risks makes him thrilling to watch and separates him as a big star in boxing.
Like I said, he's very skillful. He's a beast. He knows how to figure you out. But one thing about Tank, which I love, and this is why he's going to be great, because he fights. And when you fight, you're going to get hit. And when you fight, you're going to get hit and you might get knocked out. But that's the beauty about Tank.
That's why they love him.
He fights, and that's why they love him. That's a perfect example. Right. Tank Davis is a star.
And that idea starts to change what is at risk in this fight. Eddie Hearn strongly supports Stevenson to beat Davis, showing long-held trust in his ability to run the action. He calls it a natural meeting of two top fighters in a division where talent, name value, and control all matter.
Shakur can beat Tank. We've known it for ages. Like, I have so much confidence of Shakur Stevenson beating Gervonta Davis. But they're two of the best lightweights in the world. They're two of the best fighters in America. It's a natural fight to...
Max Kellerman compares him to top defensive fighters from the past, pointing out a style based on great skill, speed, and very little risk. He says that when a fighter works with that much control and focus, it becomes very hard for opponents to get through, which often makes the outcome feel nearly certain.
He's one of those guys and who comes along, and I think this is really the question about him. I said he is one of those. Is he one of those guys? Like Purnell, like Roy, like Floyd, their defenses were so good, and they boxed in a way where they weren't going to take unnecessary risks. They weren't running and holding. You know, I had a problem with the second half of the Haney-Norman fight because I felt like they continue to box. Purnell did, Roy did, and Shakur does now, right? But when a guy has those advantages in boxing skill and speed, and they don't take risks, they are almost impossible to beat. So no matter who Purnell was fighting, no matter who Roy was fighting, if someone would have asked me who they're going to be, they're fighting Godzilla, Purnell. They're fighting Roy. Shakur has that look.
That view brings a fight into a more measured area. Sean Porter calls Stevenson a smooth, tough to hit defender who breaks up rhythm and shuts down chances. He thinks Davis knows that challenge and says this match would come down to patience, timing, and mental focus instead of a fast knockout.
Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist. You know,
he might got a lot to do with it.
He's that, you know, the silver child of the country, and you know, there's no telling. But this is what I've always known. It ain't just a big straight left or a big left right hook coming from Tank that's gonna end that night. That night is gonna be the most strategical you've seen both these guys ever be in a.
At the same time, Sean Porter expects Gervonta Davis to take a more flexible and thoughtful approach against Shakur Stevenson. He thinks true smarts show up in how a fighter changes during the match, and says Tank will need to adjust on the fly and work at a smarter tactical level than normal.
Or you're going to see this boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank. You're going to see IQ. We saw IQ, but to me, it was low IQ because the reason why it was low IQ is because everybody follows the script. And what I mean by that is you see somebody's IQ take place when a fighter makes an adjustment, and now you have to adjust to what that fighter is doing, and that's kind of where you see
who's smart.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think my fight with Terrence shows a very high level of IQ from both of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what Tank is gonna do with Shakur. He's gonna come into the ring and be a different version.
Very tactical guy. Like, you know, there's a thing, one of the things I love about watching you fight is I love watching a guy who sets traps and who avoids damage. And you are one of the absolute very best ever at setting traps and avoid damage. You take so few punches in your fight.
Think about the style matchup between these two.
Yeah.
You got one of the best defensive fighters, if not the best defensive fighter in the game. You got one of the most accurate fighters, you know, power punches in the game as well. But you have one that throws less punches. He probably had, how many of these top guys at 135 pounds, he throws the least amount of punches. You got a guy like Shakur who showed you that he has offense. You know, I think stylistically it would favor Shakur, you know, based upon his defense and his offense now. But again, all the way locked in, all it takes is one. You know, and if he lands that one, man, it could, I don't know, could be bad for Shakur.
You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters. Yeah. Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done. So it's not marketable. We'll pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank will be able to land those big shots on Shakur like he does everybody else. Right. Shakur defense is just...
Keep following for more boxing updates with Boxology. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications because there's plenty more action waiting for you here. Until we meet again, keep your hands up and stay safe.